What is going on with Jayden Daniels and the Washington Commanders? Let's dig into it. Welcome back to the Deep Dig A Sports Pod. I'm your host, D, and today we are digging into what might be a situation with the Washington Commanders and Jayden Daniels. But before we dig into that, be sure to hit that like button, be sure to subscribe, and be sure to drop some comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think about this whole situation. Is this kind of overblown? Is this a smokescreen? What is it? And so the Washington Commanders have the number 2 pick in this upcoming NFL draft, which is a mere days away. I know it seems like this draft cycle has really taken forever, but finally here. And Jayden Daniels supposedly there's some smoke around Jayden Daniels' camp that he is unhappy with the Washington Commanders because of a visit that just took place between him and the Washington Commanders. Apparently, there was a little bit of miscommunication where I guess Jayden Daniels thought that he was doing a solo visit with the Washington Commanders. Instead, he was with a group of quarterbacks, which I think it involved him and maybe 3 or 4 other quarterbacks. And so he left that meeting feeling a little bit slighted, a little bit like, hey, what's going on here? I thought I was your guy. The odds on Jayden Daniels to be the number 2 pick in the draft actually dropped from, I think it was minus 300 to now it's like minus 150, which is a pretty significant, swing of things. Drake May actually went up now. I think he is plus like 150. So there's a little bit of smoke there. And Adam Schefter had went on ESPN today and was talking about it and was like, hey, this is what happened. Realistically, Jayden has already come out and said he's not a free agent. He can't choose his destination. He's up to go wherever. If it is the Commanders, great, but he has no say. He's ready to go wherever and be a key player for that franchise. But, I mean, there's been other reports that Jayden Daniels really wants to go to the Las Vegas Raiders because he has a connection with Coach Antonio Pierce from his days at Arizona State. The Raiders, however, are at the number 13 pick. So do they really have enough draft capital to move up in this draft to get Jayden Daniels? Maybe if he were to fall a couple places, but I don't think that the number 2 pick is a viable option for this Raiders team, especially when they just brought in Gardner Minshew. It seems like they've got, guys that they really want to keep in Max Crosby. And I think that they just have a whole lot of spots that they could fill rather than, putting your eggs in one basket and making it, hey, the Jayden Daniels show. So I think that's kind of out of the question. But with Washington, like them doing this, and that, is this a smokescreen? Are they? I don't know what the play is here. Why is this coming out? And there are reports coming out that, hey, like Jayden Daniels did genuinely get pissed off by this. So would he make a play like, hey, someone come get me? Would there be a play for someone to move up a couple of spots, like a Minnesota Vikings team move up in this draft when they have 2 very, very good wide receivers? They have a defense that has overperformed, and they feel like, hey, we were in the running for a playoff spot last year without a real quarterback once Kirk Cousins went down. Can we just reload and make sure that we have someone in place? That could be a very viable option. So I'm just not sure. I think ultimately, if you're the Washington Commanders, I think you have to take a swing at quarterback. It's something that you've missed out on for the greater part of his recent history. So why not take a swing here? You don't be cute with it. If you really like Jayden Daniels, you go for it. But does this news of a upset Jayden Daniels leaking out there into the ether bring people in to make a trade with the Washington Commanders? Hey, we know he's a great quarterback. We know you really had your eyes set on him for the number 2 pick. He is not happy with you. Can we get up here and do something with it? Maybe that's what their plan was this entire time. Like maybe they've seen him and they were like, hey, we actually don't really like Jayden Daniels. We would be happy with getting Drake May. We'd be completely fine with that. If we can finesse somebody and get a couple picks out of it, why not? So that could be at play as well. I mean, We know that this is the NFL lying season all the way up into the draft, where you say one thing, you're doing another, you're working all the levers you're pulling. So it's going to be very interesting down the stretch to see what they end up doing. And will Jayden Daniels be the number 2 pick in this year's NFL draft? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Who is going to be that number 2 pick? All right. And be sure to hit that like button and be sure to subscribe. Later.